the commercial properties on that development are still vacant. So, you know, what is the plan going to be to get a business to be moved in there? So when you come to the council, we're going to be really interested to hear that, because that's one of the only parts that we're going to get immediate tax revenue from under the current abatement. And then otherwise, you know, what I would just respond to some of the other comments from the residents is that if there's concerns about trespass or other things like that, you know, to make sure that you're in contact with the Cromwell Police Department in addition to the property owners. That way the PD can know to monitor if there's something happening that there's concern about. And then the last thing was just about the queuing of the cars in the front. The prior plan had a roundabout. The new plan had a 4-car queuing space. Is that going to be significant enough with the timing of the lights to be able to accommodate traffic? 4 cars can fill in pretty quickly. And those were my comments and questions. Thank you so much. And again, I really appreciate you making the investment in the town of Cromwell. I think the last estimate was this was a $100 million project. I don't know if that's gone up or down, but either way, that's a really important landmark to have at the entrance of the town. As you're doing demolition and other work, just make sure to keep in mind that that is the gateway to the town. And so, especially as we have 60,000 visitors a day for the travelers coming through that corridor, try to make sure that the site is maintained well. Right now, it is pretty dilapidated. So we do want to make sure that it is, throughout the construction process, a good gateway to the town. But thank you for making the investment in the town. Thank you to your team for the professionalism, the willingness for feedback, and again, for what I consider a vastly improved plan from at least a resident standpoint. I think it does a lot of things really well. So congratulations on that end. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Good evening, Chris Cambray, 10 Sachem Drive. I shouldn't have let the mayor go because he said a lot of what I was going to say. But I'd like to encourage the commission to approve this tonight. The Red Lion closed, I think, 6 or 7 years ago. This is the second or third iteration. I think it's amazing. It's beautiful. I commend you and your team for bringing this here. They could have gone to any town in Middlesex County. There are a lot of other vacant places available. They chose this. We want to roll out the red carpet and welcome them and thank them for coming. So I encourage you to approve this tonight. If you have any questions, make them a condition of the approval, and let's just get this thing going and get the shovels in the ground. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? At this time, I would have you answer all of the questions that came up from the residents, and then the commission will have its turn.
All right, so Rock, could you turn, or can we go back to the PowerPoint? I think maybe let's pull up the lighting plan, because there was a few questions about lighting. I think we can go through those. So just to reiterate what Jason had mentioned during his presentation, we do have full cutoff lights. They're dark sky compliant. All the lights are facing down, which is important. That's pretty typical